Defining shades within the nature is almost impossible. It is also difficult to explain the need for darkness and how normal it is to live with it. The same goes for people as we discover them. I suppose that for others, my words or my acts seem like anecdotes or riddles, and still I have the naivety that I make myself understood. Being a subject that fades once knowing the character, it seems to me less strange that behind the images I find two almost different persons, one in opposition to the other and yet in complete harmony, similar to yin-yang. Of course, I'm not talking about good and evil, nor would I dare, since these two peculiarities exist in each person, but in different amounts. And what do you do all day, sir? Well, what can I do? I see. And I also see and observe it, and sometimes I figure it out, and many other times I am wrong. The thoughts I have when resting my eyes on some of his naked bodies always reminds me of Michelangelo's sculptures. It also takes me back in time in my anatomy class from the first year of college. But then there's more. There's his story of eyes crossing. There's the one who lets himself seen and the one who watches. And in all of this I take the place of the spectator. Sometimes I'm the model, and almost always I'm his accomplice. What do I do? How do I put this inside of me? I would like to applaud, but this is not a circus. I'd also like to correct his errors, but this would be like trying to change the whole person, considering that mistakes are very much part of his being. I've known this murderer for a long time, and after he showed me his corpse, we gained a lot of trust in each other. But of course there are always problems, everything always goes wrong, and yet we always have the seaside to suffocate our concerns. I need to suffer in order to create, he told me one day. I've never found someone who would suffer with such devotion for his creation. In all his blindness, it seems really normal that he doesn't realize his luck, nor his everyday victory for opening eyes for one more time, to be able to suffer a little bit more. And why would that be wrong? Anyway, his pain belongs only to him. How many of us can say that we truly have something? He obviously has to be honest, because he's the winner of a different kind of lottery, and even more because he has the responsibility to be loyal to his demons. His everyday schedule runs around time that is never enough, around the camera button casting its instantaneous, and also around the dreams that guide him, the ones that offer him an awful sleep. He likes black surrounded by light, and when it comes to colors he stops and takes his time, like it would be afraid of them, because colors don't fit him, because he is gray. He carries a cloud on top, which is why he has headaches most of the time. He's a poor wreck, but aren't we all as well? Every person is a world, and every world has its persons. I hope and believe to be one of his.